to see you, everyone, again. And Henry is recording.
Great.
I'm going to camera off and just make sure the video is all correct.
The
internet.
I can make
the internet. Try.
And this time, is that okay?
It's okay now.
But I didn't try to do it.
For you, John, same plan via the this time so that there's no confusion. And then when we go off live, when I've switched this, when you hear me again, that'll be your signal that we're no longer live.
Well, I think you've probably video called with it hard to hear. His audio keeps cutting out. So I was going to suggest if he wanted to. Henry, can you hear me? What did you think of the idea of like you were going to maybe introduce yourself over video, and then if we can't hear you, you might want to try turning off your video so we can hear you better.
Are you guys getting me loud and clear now?
Yeah, because there isn't very good internet, Henry.
Okay. Are you getting me now?
Yeah, we're getting you now, but you're gonna be in and out. So maybe turn off your video after you introduce yourself.
Okay, no problem.
It works a little better if the video's off.
Okay, something like this.
Sorry, we did really, we did
exactly.
really want to see you.
Okay.
Everyone's gonna want to see you. Everyone.
Yes, no, I know. I
want to be able to hear what you're saying.
Oh, now you're muted too, Henry. So you have to unmute yourself and turn your camera back on if you can.
Yeah, let me turn the camera. Okay.
There you go. Let's start there,
perfect.
and then you can turn it off once if the audio isn't clear.
Yeah, perfect.
Great.
All right, we're good to go. I'm going to mute myself, and then I'll count us in chat, and we'll be on our way.
See, it's raining. That is why the light is breaking down. That's why the light is not stable.
Okay, hello. Of our TB, everything is tuberculosis. I'm Michelle. I also go by, and I'm the moderator. And we're so happy and excited to welcome John Green and Henry Ryder.
Hello.
Hello.
John Green is the author of many. And most importantly, he published History and Persistence of Our Deadliest Infection. John and I had a chance to speak a couple of weeks ago, and he's been very generous to offer us some more time so that we could get him and Henry in the same conversation. Also, and YouTuber, everything is tuberculosis. Henry's story of
Guy, my internet is not stable.
Being here, we're so excited that we were able to. Oh, he's back already.
Hey, Henry, can you hear us?
Yes, now I'm getting you loud and clear.
Exactly. Before you're. Henry, I asked John this question last time, but I really wanted to ask you as well. Healthcare providers can learn.
Yeah, I'm not getting. What is the question again?
Can learn here in the US.
Shit. Hello. I'm getting you.
people in the question is from people, the Sierra Leonean healthcare system and from healthcare workers in Sierra Leone, from people who provided healthcare for you when you had tuberculosis.
Okay. People like those like partners, right, was really doing a great job there, but it was really difficult at that time, right? People who are there, who are the nurses, really play a great role, although there was a little lapses, right? But like the partner health play a great role towards providing certain services that help me a lot towards that challenges, right? It's really 2018, 2019, there was a battle of insufficient of food. It was really hard, very hard for my mom towards that process, right? I hope you guys are getting me.
Yeah, we're
Yes. So, but luckily, the partner stepped in and started supporting me at the time of 5 years spending there, right? And there was no expectation, right? But it was really amazing for my mom stepping in, providing her support no matter how it looked like, right? She really done her best, right? Because others are having their own mindset towards it, which create a negative impact for others who don't have the idea of it, right? So it's really handsome. Yes. Are you hearing me?
thanks, Henry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we got you.
yeah, it sounds like what the support that you got was actually not so much from the doctors and nurses, but more from your mom. Is that right?
Yes, and then really my mom really, although there was high discouragement, she don't even look that discouragement. She create that space of inclusiveness and love, because like those doctors and nurses, they really have the spirit of supporting the patient, but some of them don't create that environment wherein they can have that one-to-one conversation between the patient. As a patient, you have a high level of thinking wherein you have different negative thinking that come or run towards your mind. But if you have someone close to you that can come to you one-to-one, ask you what is your problem, what are the things you need, then you can be open up and tell the person. But looking at the experience, right, few of the nurses are those who can create that space for them. I can recommend Madana and few of them, because some of them, they even don't create the space. They think that they are different. They are different from those patients. It's really wrong, because like when you are a patient, you really need someone closer, right? And let me tell you, thousands of them lose their life because they don't have no one close to them, especially when they have the challenges, right? Some of their families abandon them, leave them, because they have the negative mindset that this particular disease is a disease that can kill a generation. That is the mindset. Their thinking is that this disease can either transmitted by when you associate with the person that is being afflicted with this disease, which is really wrong. You can associate with the person, but you have measure in place. If you can imagine, those patients in the hospital usually wear masks. The face mask is one of the high protection that is really crucial. The boundary between the nurses and the patient, right? Because like when the patient wear that face mask, there is less possibility of transmission, right? So like if the problem is if there is lack of awareness. Yes, if there is high awareness, many of them we have a high level of understanding, no matter how the situation will look like, but they will create that space of understanding the patient's feeling, because in life every feeling really matter, no matter how the situation look like, but the feeling really matter. It can be, yes, my feeling now is to go close to someone that can express one-to-one discussion, so that I will have hope, because one of the hope, you can build a hope when someone motivates you. Yes, that is, I can give my mom one of applause. Yes, indeed, she really tried that best. She really created that space wherein there was a high hope, because sometimes I will be like, oh, this is not, many people, my friends, my colleagues, my current patients around me are losing their life. Oh, maybe I'll be the next. Bam. But she will come. When he come, make sure he asks the nurses, what is the mention? Should I need to wear the face mask? Yes, she need to wear the face mask. Hey, she need to come close. Yeah, yes, you should come close when you wear the face mask. Yes, then you can interact with your son. Bam. She created that space. But majority of them, especially the nurses, they need to have that one-to-one connection with patient. Yes, one-to-one connection with patient can build and motivate the hope of a particular patient, because so majority of them, when they are in that situation, majority of their family loved ones ran away because of their negative mindset. That's why we are working hand in hand to build out this particular story, that we really send a feedback of awareness that this particular disease is can be transmitted, but it can be solved and it is curable. No matter when someone have it, your friends or family have it, you should create that love. That love should not be packed away, right? The love should be there. Yes, it can be. Yes, I am
So I just,
I'm your family, right? And we can interact together. But when that situation occurs, the family will split away. It's really not nice. Yes.
Yeah.
I
So
just
what?
want
Are you
Henry
guys
and I have
getting
talked
me?
about this a bunch. So I want to make
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
that
we
I'm
are.
Yeah, we're hearing you, but you're breaking up a little bit. So I just want to repeat something that you said that I think is really important, which is that the one-to-one care in nurses at Wakaha for Henry wasn't always there. That feeling of being like cared for one-to-one wasn't always there, but that was always there with his mom, and he didn't always get that from the nurses, and he worries that m many patients is. And so that's a huge source of concern for Henry. And I think he's right that, if you spread awareness that if you wear a face mask, you don't risk transmitting tuberculosis, for instance, that really can help people understand that you don't have to abandon your family members when they have TB or when they're at LACA. You can still support them and still be with them and be safe.
Yeah, that makes sense. It sounds like, I mean, I guess it goes along with the Partners in Health, community health workers model, because often, like, even certainly doctors don't
Right.
because they have so many patients, and they know, depending on the staffing situation at the hospitals. And so, we hope for families to be the ones who are stepping into that gap, but maybe community health workers are another way to fill that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Henry, are you able to hear me? Oh,
Maybe.
maybe.
Oh, you're muted, Henry.
I'm getting you guys loud and clear.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, thank you. It sounds like one of the big
Wow.
you have in a healthcare system is how do you and that one of the big reasons that sometimes that doesn't happen is because of the stigma. How do you think both in Sierra Leone and in other places?
Rephrase again. You say what? How do I don't get you.
So with stigma, with the feeling that some people are, like judged for having tuberculosis or that they're tuberculosis, how do we fight that stigma so that people who have tuberculosis can be accepted?
Okay, it's a nice question. Now, I usually say that there are key things that we can use to fight this particular stigma worldwide. One is inclusiveness. Yes, inclusiveness. Two is motivation, and three is awareness. But like inclusiveness is wherein we can come together, put heads together, because when two or more people come together, they can contribute ideas together to provide a solution. Then, towards the motivation aspect, people who are out there going through these particular challenges that are living with it, right, need to be motivated in three kinds of ways. One, the one-to-one motivation. Two, the deep connection motivation. And the last one is single motivation. When we talk about single motivation, this is wherein the individual has already been inspired with the knowledge of motivation. He alone can motivate himself, right? Say, yes, I can do it. Yes, this is single motivation. Himself can stand in the gap of motivating himself, right? Right, which is the deep connection, deep motivation wherein you try hand in hand to see that this person know that he or she is not alone, because majority of them have the mentality that they are alone when they are in that situation. That is big thing. Talking about the last one, which is awareness. And awareness is one of the key tools we can use to minimize and try to combat or mitigate the stigma. And people who are out there, the thing that causes this thing is that people, majority of them don't have idea or knowledge about this, right? And I was thinking that there should be a way out wherein we created a environment wherein people will go out, educate others, especially those who are in the provinces here who don't have knowledge or reading books, or they need more knowledge, because they are the one that usually have negative mindset toward this particular disease. Because if they have one statement from another person, they move by the statement. If someone said this guy is living with this disease, and this disease is very bad, it's transmitted through these things, and when you come close to it, the person, you too will get afflicted. So like that mindset will be playing on that individual who do not know nothing, right? It cannot read newspaper. These are the people that make the stigma very high for those who are living it. But if there is a more pressure on awareness, we're not talking about awareness in the media platform. Yes, people who are educated can go to the YouTube, can go to the internet axis to get the much understanding about it. But those people who cannot afford cell phone, people who cannot afford a means of internet or a radio to get a news, are easily persuaded. I don't know if you guys are getting me what I'm trying to say. They are easily persuaded. So
yeah, I think we're getting.
Yes. So if they are persuaded with the wrong information, then there will be high risk of stigma. Because if they have the knowledge, say yes, this disease can be cured. When your person have this particular disease, to make sure you be close to the person and follow the procedures, wearing your face mask. Make sure, because when they have the negative mindset, and negative mindset really affects in human being as a whole. Because if I have the belief that if I come close to that person that is living with this, me too, I will connect, I will have afflicted, and I will die immediately, right? And it is caused by witchcraft and all. It's a wrong information. But if we try to provide a a rightful step wherein there will be a grassroots people who will go to those layman in a sense, people who don't know nothing, because they are the one that don't have the much understanding about the disease itself. I don't know if you guys are getting what I'm trying to say.
I'm a place where almost everyone has a phone that can go on the internet. And plenty of people believing wrong things here also, but
yeah, we also have a problem with misinformation for sure.
Yeah.
And lack of awareness when it comes to.
But it's interesting. I think it sounds like you are suggesting that we need a little bit of a different approach to try to reach people if they don't have access to the internet.
Sure. That's we help a lot.
Ways, and
yes, that's we help a lot.
I really like that. I really like that idea, Henry, of a grassroots movement where neighbors are telling neighbors, you know, this is not a disease that you need to fear. This is not a disease caused by witchcraft. This is a disease that is curable and preventable, and we know how to treat it, and we're getting better at treating it in places like Sierra Leone. And I think that's a really important message, but I think that has to come from the community, because if it comes from, like you say, otherwise it won't reach people.
Yes. That is why people really are trying to see that to get awareness, but like the layman who cannot afford they are the one guy. Like example, there was a situation that occurred in the Sierra Leone provinces, the Potloko, wherein they don't have the knowledge of this particular disease, right? So like they think that it's a cause, right? So they decided to throw the individual in the forest, right? In the forest, right? But luckily, a particular individual who is going for a patrol saw this individual. Automatically, the person who is going for a patrol knows the signs and symptoms of this particular situation. So what the person did, he made sure, because at that time the person don't have face masks, he have handkerchief. He used his handkerchief and make sure he wear glove and take the person to the nearest hospital. And luckily, the people who are in the provinces area, when this individual gets well again, they were surprised. The person is healthy, strong, and the person returned back to the community again. They are doubting. So that person that gained his treatment back and the person that helped that person come to the community, tell their family members that this is the disease that can be cured, and this is your son. Accept him back, because they are thinking that the person that was thrown in the forest has died. Like his soul is coming back. So they were afraid, right? They are afraid. But they see a difference, changes, right? So like we need to do more. That's all. Because like not only Israel, because there are other countries, right? Yes, we say that the internet is going worldwide, but it's not reaching the grassroots. Yes, if majority of them are uneducated, something like that, they can listen to a particular news, but if it cannot be translated in their language, in their own language, then there is no information pass. There is no information pass, because their own language, they understand their own language more than the English or the Creole itself. Because like said, we have up to 12 districts. We have different language. We have the Mediterranean number, the local, right? These are languages that are popular. They have the Creole. We have the Creoles. These are languages. Majority of them are living in the provinces area. They have never come to the city or the big city itself. So like they have been doing their farming and other things from the provinces area. So like they don't know about the news or the information. If they hear the information, if that information is not transmitted in their own language or more, they will not get any understanding. That is the fact. Yes.
Yeah. But so not only do they not speak the same language as us, many people, it sounds like in Sierra Leone, don't speak the same language as each other.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is the point I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Henry, how many languages do you speak?
For me, I speak only two languages, like the Mindi and the the Creole. Like for
And English?
so okay, three, let's see. Yeah. Okay, yes, English. Well, this is the language, right? Like my mom now, my mom speak the Mindi, he speak the Shabo, he speak the Timini, and she speak the other tribe, which is the Kwankor language. So like she spoke four languages. You see, and then the Creole. Then she's trying to cope with the English too. So like is
Yeah, she
she's
knows a little. She knows a little English. She speaks a little. She speaks more
yes,
English than I speak
yes,
Creole.
yes, it's good in English too. She's trying, yeah. So like that is the point now. If there will be more work on that, it will help a lot towards the stigma. Imagine the HIV and AIDS when it is in rapid format, how they actually provide the awareness is wherein they created a workshop inviting communities
Right.
who are talking with different language, who knows to communicate in their different language, to go in the provinces area so that we know that HIV can be transmitted through sex and other things, right? That help a lot. That's why if you see now, majority of them have the awareness of the HIV. I don't know
Right.
if you are
That's
getting
helpful
it.
to know. Yeah. That's,
Right.
I think
Yeah,
a
we've
lot
made.
of people draw those,
Yes,
like make those similarities. That's smart to learn from how
yes,
the
yes.
HIV education was
I think we've
transmitted.
made a lot more progress on HIV when it comes to information than we have on TB.
Yes, because like there are many I say organization out there that created the atmosphere of collaborating inclusiveness with communities who know their people. Because if you don't
Yeah.
associate inclusiveness towards the people who know their people, there will not be no information pass.
Yeah, that's
Right.
actually the question I was going to ask, because you're giving us a lot of really great details about what is specific to Sierra Leone that people who come from outside might not know about, like the different languages, like the fact that many people cannot read or don't have access to the internet. And so, do you think that people from outside Sierra Leone can help? What do you think we can do as people who aren't familiar with the situation, as well
Okay,
as people like you?
okay. Really, it's really amazing because like guys, people around will help a lot because sorry, I'm having a bad signal. Yeah, it's raining currently.
I think
It's
you just his
raining.
power just went out.
Okay.
I think his power just went out.
Can't, oh no.
Yeah.
Well,
Um.
he's still in the call.
Yeah. Yeah. Henry, while you try to unmute yourself and figure out your power, maybe Michelle can ask me a question.
Well, I don't know if you have any. I really wanted to ask Henry that particular last one.
That's a
Should I
great
ask?
question, Michelle. Um, I think I would be very interested to hear Henry's answer. I think my answer is that you have to approach it with a lot of intellectual and cultural humility because if you don't, you end up stomping on already exist, or you end up imposing solutions from a Western perspective or from an American perspective that are not solutions that will be well received or that will work. And so when organizations like PIH approach this with a lot of cultural humility, I think they tend to do well. And when organizations don't do that, I think they tend to do less well.
Yeah, and PAH also really emphasizes staying really long term.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's interesting to hear Henry's sort of challenge the nursing staff because I think a lot changed because I think the nursing staff has changed a lot and I think the training has changed.
And was that
So,
training provided by PAH or where did that?
it's
Okay.
a mix. It's a mix of government employees and PIH employees. So it's kind of, that's part of the challenge. Of course, if you try to build a parallel healthcare system, you're doing the healthcare system a huge disservice, as we know
Yeah.
here in the United States. Hey, Henry.
Yeah, I'm
Are you
back
back?
now.
Okay, great.
Are you getting me?
We were just talking about
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
What can Americans do? How can Americans help in Sierra Leone, and how does trying to help sometimes not work?
I don't get you.
I was saying what's the best way for people who don't live in Sierra Leone to help communities in Sierra Leone?
Fine. There will be a great way of creating a, let's say it is a, how should I put it? Like a community-based foundation, like creating something like wherein we can include individual in diverse provinces area to come as one to pass on the information. Like it would be nice if we can create, let's say it is like an organization, I don't know, but I don't know, you guys need to guide me, I don't know how to say it, but like there should be like a community, build set up of community that will be starting going provinces to provinces, traveling to impact the knowledge, going through the broadcasting radio station, going there, sharing the knowledge that they need to be known about, and the radio station, like invitation to the radio station, the people should be available going there regularly, right? For those who are in the those who are in the grassroots in the provinces here, they need to, people like a community, build like a community, go out there, who knows their language, go out there to inform them about the information. So like you.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, that makes a lot of sense. We have to doing public information campaigns. I think the challenge of it is, and Henry, correct me if I'm wrong, but part of what's so hard is that if you tell people this is a curable disease, but you don't have the testing and the treatment available, then for them it's not a curable disease, right? So like people still need to have testing and treatment available.
Yes. So like my last visit in Laka Hospital, I found out that there are few patients that are few patients that are available, because I think that the treatment is working a lot. Yes, and there is a great possibility that people have been going through that situation and they are coming out from that situation.
Yeah.
So like there weren't that many patients at the hospital?
They're getting discharged much faster.
Yeah, because here in the States, actually, we don't typically treat tuberculosis in the hospital. Like mostly people just take their treatment at home.
Like
yeah, that's happening more and more.
Like the Laka Hospital.
Yeah, that's happening more at Laka Hospital. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so people will usually go home after 2 weeks.
Oh, that's really good.
Depending on the complexity of their drug resistance, and so they're able to see more patients, but they're also able to give people most of their therapy at home because you stop being infectious after a few weeks of treatment.
Right. Is it required to stay in the hospital, do you know, during those infectious time, or is that just what the patients prefer?
It's required.
It's required. Yeah, that's managed in a couple of different ways, whether you decide to trust the patients to keep the isolation themselves.
There's a lot of lack of trust of patients in healthcare systems around the world, I would say.
Yeah.
So like
yeah, if it's okay. Oh, yeah.
So like just like a campaign, building campaign will help a lot, right? It can create that atmosphere to send out the information out, like those who are in the grassroots to know more, like creating workshop, training those traditional people who are speaking their language to go out there in their community to share the knowledge they have learned from the workshop. It will really help a lot. Yes, Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
So the
So
things
I'm
maybe
so
that
happy because we are going to finish my course very soon. Maybe next year I'll be graduating. I'll be happy because we are really passionate of sending the information out because people having lack of understanding is causing a lot of harm than good, because if they have the right source, the source information, say yes, although there is bad information coming out of this disease, there are also good information that can motivate those who are going through the challenges. I know majority of the I can imagine when I go back in the Laka hospital I visited, I discovered that some of the patients that we discharge together, people that discharge usually come again. I was surprised. What led you to come back to this hospital? What is the reason? Some of them, you know that when you have this particular disease, it affect the lungs, and some of them, when after discharge they go back to their old ways, smoking. It really disturb the lungs. Smoking is not good now, that is fact. Like those people that are discharging too from the hospital, if there will be a campaign, like that campaign will help to, after the discharge, they give them the procedures what they should do, right? And if there will be a possibility wherein we can create an environment wherein we do a regular checkup in their different location, because majority of them who are admitted, some of them are from the provinces area. That's why I told you guys that there will be a necessary source for us to go down in the provinces area to the grassroots, to those who don't know more about the information.
Oh, it was thunder, wasn't it?
Big thunder.
That is, I mean, I think that's a really good model that we could do better in the States as well. In terms of follow-up, you know, Henry, I'm a doctor here in the United States, and I definitely see that people, after they have a serious illness like tuberculosis, like cancer, anything like that, there is a lack of checking on them afterwards to make sure that they're keeping up with everything they need to be doing to maintain their health.
Yes.
And I think that's really smart that we should have a program like that, and kind of gets back to the idea of, like, you know, things that would be good both there and in other countries around the world.
Yes, if you really let it, because like if you discover, because I really follow up towards HIV and AIDS, I read a lot about the diseases, because like for alone they usually do monitoring wherein they check if those patients are taking their drugs. They visit their houses, not because if, let's say, some of them will get discouraged taking drugs every day, yes, but if there is a person wherein they can visit their house, no matter how the distance look like, they can visit them, I tell you, they will be motivated to take their drug, to maintain their standard of their life. Yes, because I discovered that is a big problem. Monitoring is something that I don't, because when even if when you are in the hospital, it's one of the few of the nurses will come and check on you. How are you coping? Hope you are doing great. How is the reaction of the drugs? Is the drugs reacting badly? It's fear of them. Majority of the nurses, the only concern is to come and do their service only. They don't have that one-to-one connection with the patient. And one-to-one connection with the patient is created a spark of joy for a single patient that is in a burden of lost. Because when you are in a situation like that, you'll be lost. You'll be like someone that is out of a wave. But if there is someone that will come showing concern, that will have empathy of your situation, then there will be 100% chance for your survival. Yes, there will be 100%.
So you feel like if we had a program like that where someone comes and gives you medications every day, you wouldn't feel like that's a burden. You would feel like that's a good thing.
Yes, like for yes, it will help. And towards that, It's really, really, really created. If you do a research about the HIV and AIDS, it's come to a control because of the implementation of workshop, the inclusiveness of community, where they come and educate them about the way it can be transmitted and the way it can be treated. It created a less misunderstanding. Yes, when there is less misunderstanding, then it will be a high risk of um, risks, right? So like if there is more campaign like that, creating workshop, educating those local people in their community, then we have a result like the HIV and AIDS. Now you can see that it is under control now.
Yeah,
Speaking,
that makes
people
sense. So
know,
educating,
yes, because
educating local people so they can
yes,
teach other local people.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, because you cannot pass on the information they need, because I cannot communicate it through their own language. Yes.
Sure.
So if someone who knows their language, we easily communicate to them and they can understand fully. You understand? That is the fact.
Yeah.
So like I
Right.
don't know if you guys getting my point, because one campaign can bring the awareness, because awareness and campaign work together, because without campaign there will be no awareness, because like those people who are low grounded with the understanding need to be built up before others who are in the deep provinces or the grassroots get more understanding. Yes, that help a lot to mitigate the high rate of HIV and AIDS. You can see now it is controllable. People are, you understand, there is less now stigma. Less stigma. You see, people are, some of them are living with it, but you will not know, because they have been a lot controlled since, you know. That is
Henry, are you hearing that people? Sorry, Henry, are you hearing that people in Sierra Leone are able to get their HIV medication, or are some people having trouble getting it?
Some of, yes, there is issues since that provisionment of that policy, USA, I don't know, that issue that come up. There is high challenges, because I do a last interview, I even do that conference call where the nurses also try to advocate out there for the drugs to be coming out, because it's really stressful, because they usually give drugs to a particular patient for a 2 months or 3 months, depending on how accurate the patient is coping, right? But now they will only give you for a few weeks, like 1 week, 2 weeks. You go 1 week, 2 weeks. It's not sufficient for them. That is the big problem. There is high risks of challenges currently.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for letting us know that.
I wanted to ask you, somehow we've already been talking for like 40 minutes, so I wanted to change the topic a little bit. I wanted to ask, this is kind of for both of you, but maybe I'll ask John first. How has your life changed since meeting Henry, or since the book came out?
I mean, my life has changed a lot. I've come to understand international banking regulations, which I never had to understand before. But our friendship has meant a lot to me, and our friendship means a lot to me. And getting to learn from Henry is amazing, and seeing him grow as a person and as a student has been awesome. And so, you know, and then the book has changed my life because it's sort of helped me to understand the you know, writing the book, but also promoting the book has helped me to understand the scope of the problem, and that like that doesn't end with the book. The book is the beginning, not the end.
Yeah, that's interesting, that the promoting of the book. Who have you talked to in promoting the book that has been sort of the most influential in changing your thinking?
I mean, there's been so many people. Several TB doctors, I think, have. You know, it's interesting that Henry mentioned DOTS and how sometimes like the support can mean something, can be useful. Because I have rethought a little bit on my position on DOTS, which used to can't believe that we don't trust patients, and now is more like, hey, if we use this as an opportunity to provide care in a meaningful way, one-on-one way, it can actually be really useful. Unfortunately, it's often not used that way, but I think it can be useful. And in the US, I think it often is used that way to provide meaningful care and get somebody a one-on-one opportunity to go through the treatment with them. And most of the American patients I've talked to have really appreciated DOTS. So, I'm always learning. That's the best part about this job. Henry, has the book changed your life at all, or has our friendship changed your life at all?
Actually, yes, indeed, because like I feel happy sharing the story help because just feel happy because like I will be like a young baby. Yes, yes, now because like giving out this vital information saves money life because that is the fact, and also it helps me to stand like a rock. Yes, a rock, no matter how it look like.
Great.
And then sort of a related question, I wanted to ask you if you had any advice for each other.
Okay.
Advice to Henry. Henry, what's your advice to me?
My advice is that you are already a apple eye for others, right? Right. You should try to create more insight towards the awareness scope. The awareness scope should not based on the internet only. It should go beyond the internet because the more deeper it goes, it creates the more awareness for better changing of life. That's all.
That's great. That's great advice. That's really good advice. Thank you.
Yeah, Henry, I think, can I ask a follow-up question about the advice? I think that, John's really trying hard to reach a lot of people right now. How do you think he can reach the people that most need to be reached?
Okay, really, really amazing. Great job because it has already reached thousands of people. It's really amazing to see that people are grabbing the knowledge towards this particular topic, which is really, really necessary. The other way that it can be reached to more people is to reach out to the local ones that can communicate the language properly. That's all.
Right.
Yeah, I'll suggest that to folks who are working at KGH, Henry, and Kono, and maybe we could start in Kono.
Yes, now. Yes.
My advice to Henry is just to finish school. I know, keep going and get your bachelor's degree, and it's going to be such a proud moment for your family and your mother and for you, and I'm just so excited for you to get there.
Okay.
You have one more year in school, is that right?
Yes.
There was a question somewhere. Someone wanted to ask you what your favorite class in school was.
Favorite
class in school.
Favorite class. Okay. Like the position,
like which of the classes that you've taken was the best?
Okay, like my secondary level, which is the SS level to get after the treatment going to the university. That is my best because like there was a key moment of life, which is hope and joy, because there was no way I was thinking that I will go back, right? And luckily, there was a game changer. I'm so happy. Yes, that is the SS level class was really amazing.
Everyone in the YouTube chat, Henry, which I don't think you can see right now, is saying that we're all rooting for you and we're really excited that you're able, like you said, to go to school and to study. That's so amazing.
Yes, it's so amazing because.
Henry, you want to come say hi to Henry?
Yes, sir. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel, not guys. I really, really love your love. My target is to reach 100,000. My namesake.
Oh, Henry, look who it is.
Look, Henry, it's your namesake.
Yes, nah.
He's pretty blurry. There you go.
Hi.
I hope you're doing great.
Okay. Okay.
Hola.
That's all I can get out of him these days, Henry, is one hello.
Thunder. Thunder is going.
Nice
Thunder.
boy.
Yes, a nice boy for sure. Henry,
Yeah.
what are you studying at school?
I'm studying public sector human resource management, trying to know how to be more knowing more about the human psychology and also the governance system, the sector, the health sector, and how the private sector work. Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like a really important topic, and it sounds like you already have a lot of great ideas that
Yeah.
are related to,
Yeah. Yeah.
how we can make all those things work together for us.
Yeah. Because like we in the course I learned a lot. Like we really are talking about the strategic management, the way it should be done, how it should be structured. It's really amazing. Yes, it's really amazing. I'm learning a lot, and I hope to implement it to see that we change more life in the society.
Yeah. Actually, I have a question that because earlier you were saying how everyone in Sierra Leone, there are many different languages. What language do they speak at your school, at your university?
We did the language English now. The English is
Oh, okay.
English. Creole is the Creole language general language that we usually communicate to each other, but we prioritize the English a lot. Yes, even schools, after schools, the university is English. At home now we can communicate with our local language Creole. Yes,
I see. But in school, everyone tries to speak English.
yes, yes, yes.
Um, that's great. I think we have time maybe for one last question, which I'll also ask to both of you, which is who or what inspires you to keep fighting for healthcare equity?
Okay,
Well, I'm both inspired by I'm both I'm I'm inspired by people like Henry. I'm inspired by community health workers I know and people I've been able to get to know over the years. I'm also inspired by people who aren't here with us anymore, who don't get to be part of that fight anymore, like Paul Farmer. And so I think a lot about the people who've gone on, and what they would want from us. What about you, Henry?
Actually, I really was inspired through my story, and I inspired through one of my friend that lost his life. Like really sad. Let his soul rest in peace. Yes, something really, really. I was shocked. I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll be the next person. Guy, it was a moment of hopeless. I don't have hope that time, right? That guy really motivated me, right? Yeah.
Is it the same friend that's mentioned in the book? I can't remember his
Thompson?
name.
Thompson? Is it Thompson?
Yeah, yeah. Israel.
Yeah. What do you think Thompson would want? What inspires you about Thompson? Like, what do you think Thompson would want you to be doing right now?
Okay, Thompson is a guy is 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 a bit elder than me. Is a guy that really was admitted, and his own families we are not visiting. We share things in common because to have something to have food to eat, he usually don't have food to consume. So like when my mom usually come, we share my food with him, share things in common. But like sometimes he get discouraged because that situation we are in he was really bitter thinking about his because he have a daughter too, and his daughter is not coming to visit, and as wife family they are all of them just disappear like that. So like it was really sad. We usually motivate ourselves until that particular growth that developed on his chest. They did the operation. After the operation, he lost his life.
Yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
It's devastating, Henry.
Okay. Well, I think we're running out of time, and I want to give you both time to plug anything. I know Henry wanted to plug his YouTube channel.
Got to plug
Um,
that YouTube channel, Henry. You got to be a good YouTuber.
Henry, this is your chance. What do you want to plug?
My YouTube channel now. Guys,
Or do you want to talk about you have a new Twitter account too?
Yes, I have a Twitter account, the new one. Yeah, that particular one, I want to focus on the campaign. We create, because we know that we have many survivors. One of them communicated with John during last Discord conversation that I connected him. Few of them, they are survivors. They are the ones that were able to go out there, share the story one to one, and also created that um, account will be there to be more virtual for that purpose, because it really matters a lot. So like that Twitter account, I got motivated to create my own Instagram, the account by visiting my friend account. I saw, because a message pop up on the Twitter account. I saw my friend John Wayne account popping up. So like I saw it, like I see people have different way of sending information through that Twitter account, right? I go through it, I see that yes, this will be a great platform to share more story out there, right? Although I'm sad big because my TikTok account was having issues, right? I'm using, if I want to post a video, I use a software which is known as Opry, that is used, like if I publish a video on my YouTube, it will be published on the TikTok, but I don't have access to my TikTok account because of that ban, that they banned the TikTok. Yes.
Oh, right.
Yes.
So maybe for now, just follow you on YouTube, and then you'll tell other people where to follow you in the future.
Twitter,
on
yes.
YouTube.
Yes, no.
Yeah, so Henry's
yeah,
YouTube channel is in the description of this video, so everyone can find it and follow him.
Okay, now my Twitter, I share the Twitter link to my friend. Yes, but that is because currently it's having 3 followers. 3 followers, yes. The Twitter.
3 followers. I feel like we could do better than that. Let me see if I can find your. I don't have Twitter anymore, Henry, so I can't help. But hold on. You
told me now.
Send it to me. We talk on WhatsApp so much. Okay, there it is. I found it. Okay, I'm going to put it in.
Okay, you find it now. Okay.
I'm going to put it in the chat so Melody can put it in.
Okay, that is the Twitter account.
Amazing. Oh, we have it already. I forgot.
Oh, look at that. They're way ahead of me.
We already have your thank you to the mods. Thank you so much.
Thanks to the mods as always.
We've got
and the last thing I want to say is I don't want to plug anything except for TV. Oh, sorry. Do you want to say one more thing, Henry?
Yes. Don't forget my hero. My mom is a hero too. She really try a lot. She really amazes me, because sometimes I sit down, I think, wow, a good model person. Because some of the mothers also disown their sons, but she really stand like a hero. Like she was back to back. I'm so amazing. Shout out to Assassin Reader. She really tried a lot. I love you more. I love you, yes indeed. Because you are the one that stand when everyone is running like a wind. Yes, I can describe it like that. So don't forget to support my mom YouTube channel too. I love you all. There's heavy rain coming currently in Nigeria. So there's heavy rain.
Yeah, Henry's
well, I'm glad your internet mostly. Sorry, John?
Henry's in Nigeria right now, so he's separated from his mom for a little bit, but they'll be back together soon.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to say is just shout out to the TB fighters, this amazing community, now reading Phantom Plague. Nothing in the 18 years I've been doing this has ever made me prouder, and I'm just really grateful to y'all for all the change that you're making, and we may have some hard fights coming up, so glad to be in it with you guys.
We are really glad to be in it with you as well. Thank you. That's really kind of you to say. That's actually, you read my mind. One of the last things I wanted to ask you is, we are reading Phantom Plague right now. Could we ask you for a preview or a plug of it? And because we're reading it right now, and we're going to have a Q&A just like this one with Vidya Krishnan, which is not yet scheduled, but will happen about mid-July. So anyone watching can follow our YouTube channel, and find a Q&A with Vidya Krishnan. So John, can you give us a little bit of a plug for Phantom Plague?
It's the first book I read about tuberculosis. So I came home from that trip, or one of the first. I came home from that trip, and it was one of the first books I read. I read it right when it came out. And I just thought it was brilliant. I thought it was fascinating. There's so much good stuff about vampires, but then there's also amazing stuff about the survival and attempted survival of TB activists in really difficult circumstances. So it's a great book.
Yeah, thank you. I'm maybe 2/3 or 3/4 of the way through it, and I'm really enjoying it also.
She's got a new book actually that I think is only published in India called White Lilies. That's an essay on grief about the sudden unexpected death of her longtime partner.
Oh my gosh.
That's really, really good. So I've just started that one. So
wow.
You've got more Vidya Krishnan to look forward to after you finish this one.
Okay, good to know. Okay, and just in time, maybe Henry's internet has gone out. We're not sure. But we got him for most of this time.
Shout out Henry's internet for sticking for so long.
Yeah, shout out to Henry's internet working through a thunderstorm. Thank you again, John, for offering us a second chance to do this Q&A. We really appreciate it.
With you. It's also been great to be with Henry. Henry, if you can hear us, thank you so much for making it work and making it happen today. It's been a joy to be with you.
So great. Thanks everybody else as well for having attended this Q&A. If you enjoyed this conversation, make sure to join our TB Readers Book Club by following the link in the description to the Discord, or by using the hashtag TB Readers on social media. We had just talked about, we're reading Phantom Plague right now by Vidya Krishnan, and we are going to have another Q&A with her just like this one in mid-July. So watch this spot and watch all of our social medias. To find out more about TB Fighters and everything else that we do, go to tbfighters.org, or follow us on social media where we are at TB Fighters everywhere. Thanks again so much to Henry and John and everyone who attended. See you next time.
Thank you.
I love you all.
See you.
Love you all.
Oh, we're done.
We did it.
Thank you so much,
everybody. Good job.
Great job,
Henry. I'm glad your internet stuck through with us most of the time.
Yeah, that was great. That was really fun. Michelle, thank you as always. You're such a good moderator. I know that's not your career, but you did a great job. And yeah, working on the fly. Amazing.
John, thanks to you for spearheading this whole endeavor. Even if TB Fighters have taken it miles, we wouldn't have done it without you.
That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. Yeah. Well, we've got more work to do.
We've got so much more work to do.
Yeah.
We're going to keep doing it.
Much work
here.
All right.
The journey never ends.
Thank you guys. I've got to run to another call, but thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks for sticking around.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.